This is my first daily vlog, I suppose, of some sort, using the new action camera in my very messy apartment. One of the things that I'm not super stoked about the camera that I don't like is that you see this gigantic thing on my wrist here. This is the only way you can make changes to the camera. So in order to make it smaller and to make it easier, I guess, for you to navigate the menus, there's no way to change any of the settings on the camera itself. You have to do them on here while it's connected. So both of these devices need to be charged up and turned on in order for you to be able to change it. I wouldn't mind it so much if there was a way for me to have like a couple quick settings and then switch between them on the camera, set them all up on the wrist, and then move back and forth between the two, so I could switch between, let's say, time-lapse setting and video setting. That would be great. Sadly, I don't think that that is the case. Actually, I know that's not the case. So today, my tasks that I'm doing is I'm fooling around with some websites, and I'm also going to see my business partner later on. I'm going to try and connect the camera on the tripod to my motorcycle and take some in-ride footage, see if that turns out well. You can see behind me here this painting is actually one that my dad did for me of Lucas, who is my pooch. So kind of cool. There he is right there. He's looking at it. Oh, what's going on? What's going on, Lucas? Oh yes, I know. Oh yeah, who's that? Who's that? So yeah, that's the daily content for today. Is not a heck of a lot going on. So one of the reasons why I want to move out of this place is because I keep losing things. And I feel like if I have less space, then I will have less places to lose things, I guess. One of my tasks that I wanted to do today was I wanted to cut this pole down to a length so I could make a tripod for my camera. My hacksaw, which I specially purchased a few months ago for another project, is not in my tool chest, which is here. And I have no clue where to find where it is. So, and I don't know where else it would be. And I don't know why I would put it somewhere else other than my tool chest. I try to keep it as organized as possible, keep everything that is a tool in the tool chest, yet it's not there. So I can't cut this piece of tubing, which means I can't bring the piece of tubing with me to Canadian Tire, which was one of the tasks that I was going to do today. So now I have to figure out either if I can find it quickly and lay my hands on it, in which case I will do so, or find something else that I can do instead. So I'm laced up, got my leather jacket on, ready to go on the bike. One thing that I do wear are etmiotic earplugs. They are sort of essential when you ride. They sort of have these weird kind of in-ear pluggy looks. And I don't know if those are focusing properly, but you stuff them in and they go pretty flush with the ear, like you can see here. They're pretty flush. What they do is they filter out the engine noise, but they still allow me to hear, for the most part, a little bit of talking, but also, of course, sirens, horns, people riding that might be getting in my way. It sort of allows me to still stay focused on the world around me while I'm riding. So they are pretty good. If you ride a motorcycle and you have ringing ears whenever you get off, try these earplugs out. They're about 17 bucks on Amazon. Canadian. Really suggested. Give them a shot. It's looking kind of cloudy today. My phone tells me it's not going to rain, but I don't know if an application is any more or less accurate than a weatherman. So what we'll do is we'll unlock the bike, wheel lock on it here. And so what I'm going to do, I'll give you guys a quick look at what I ride. During the summer, this is pretty much my daily ride to get around the city. It's a little 125, doesn't go much faster than 100 kilometers an hour, and it has difficulty getting up those last 10. So for you Americans watching, if you are, that's 60 miles an hour, or less. But it's a nice, quick, little agile bike that doesn't use a lot of gas, so that's a plus. Now, in what might be the stupidest decision I'm going to make, I'm going to try wrapping my GorillaPod tripod around the handlebars and filming that way instead of using the head mount that I have, because I want to be able to not have to take the tripod on and off all the time. I don't want to be taking around 1,000 things with me. I just want to be able to shoot, move. So this is going to be the first test of that. The tripod mount was not all that stellar. Within about 5 minutes or so of riding, it had already shaked, shimmy, shaked, shook loose, and was pointing slightly downwards. At a red light, I attempted to fix it, and it was just too loose. I would have to have stopped to the side of the road and reconfigured it. So, nevertheless, I'm here now at my business partner's house, and he's waving for me to come in, so I will do that. So one of the sort of things that I've figured out, and one of the benefits maybe of daily vlogging, even you see in my dirty closet, but that's sort of what I was going to talk about, is that showing your space and sharing your space all the time sort of makes you accountable to the state of your place. So if you're sharing your place all the time, it gives you a little bit more impetus to keep things a little bit tidier than you might normally. Not to mean to say I live in a tip, I don't believe I do, but definitely keeping it significantly neater makes for you guys to have a little bit more of a more cohesive view of my place, but also lets me live in clutter-free. Well, I am back home and it is 2 a.m. Here's the dog running downstairs thinking that I'm talking to somebody. So most of the footage that I shot today is pretty useless. I've got to learn that this camera likes to turn itself on in my pocket. I've got a couple 35-minute clips of the inside of my jacket and mumbled conversations, and the footage that I took while I was on my motorcycle is entirely useless because the bike shakes so much that the rolling filter on the camera, which is similar to any other rolling filter on a normal other type of electronic device, just can't keep up. It's pretty much useless, which is probably why people mount these cameras to their helmets as opposed to their motorcycle. And my bike is a little bit more of a culprit for creating vibrations because it is pretty old, air-cooled, and pretty loud and kind of makes a lot of vibration. So with that, I did end up getting a hacksaw today, which I'll be able to use to saw this pipe, which maybe I'll do tomorrow. I'm going to edit this up and post it up. Still learning how to vlog and learning exactly what I'm doing, but it's a process, and thanks all for sticking around. I'll see you tomorrow.